What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube's not been notifying people when we upload our videos, so make sure that you hit the bell so that you get notified. YouTube's been playing games lately, so make sure they don't play games. Smash the bell. Anyway, guys, today we've got a dope episode for you guys, all about molasses. A lot of people use molasses, and if you don't, then you need to start to. So today we're going to tell you why you should and how you should. Now, molasses is pretty much a sweetener and it's commonly used in cooking. You may be able to be forgiven if you didn't know about it, but it's a great fertilizer. And using molasses in your garden is more than just pouring out a jug on your plants. So in today's episode, we're going to highlight how and why you should use molasses to grow bountiful, healthy ass plants. But before we get into that, guys, just a reminder, Seed Club membership is still open, so make sure you snag a spot before it closes. A lot of people have signed up but haven't completed payments, so make sure you complete payments so you can get your spot certified. Also, guys, posting a lot of videos on the iCamp podcast, so make sure you're subscribed to the iCamp podcast. Lots and lots of free knowledge on there. We've got dope guests lined up and we've got loads of episodes to post on there for you guys. So if you're interested in organic, synthetic, growing great plants and just growing healthy plants, definitely check it out. That's for you. Now, without further ado, let's get into the molasses. Okay, guys, so like I said, molasses is a sweetener. It's commonly used in cooking. Molasses is high in calcium, magnesium, iron, potassium, and other micronutrients. These readily available nutrients act as a quick fertilizer for plants. Now, the sugar in molasses is also a food source for beneficial microorganisms found in soil. Healthy soil leads to healthy plants. And using molasses is actually not a new technique. It's been used by organic gardeners for decades. Molasses may have fallen out of favor as a kitchen staple. It's still readily available in grocery stores, so you can grab it and use it. Now, molasses provides easy to absorb nutrients for your plants. The nutrients in molasses can be absorbed by the roots or the leaves of most plants, so some people actually make foliar sprays and spray it onto the leaves, or they just dilute it and water it into the soil. The sugar in molasses literally feeds the microorganisms in the soil. These microorganisms keep the soil healthy by reducing the risk of harmful fungal and bacterial growth while forming a symbiotic relationship with the plant roots. So if you've been on our channel before, we talk about symbiotic relationships all the time, just like the mycorrhiza and the roots, so this is nothing new, but it is awesome. Now, you may be wondering, what type of molasses should I use for plants? Well, to be honest, you should definitely use unsulfured blackstrap molasses in your garden. You can grab them on Amazon, you can grab them at the grocery store, you can grab them almost anywhere. Now, sometimes sulfur is added to the molasses as a preservative. However, this sulfur can kill off beneficial microbes in the soil. You want to try to avoid that sulfur. Now, as I was saying, the nutrients found in molasses include calcium, iron, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, and additional micronutrients which support all plant functions. So any plant can enjoy the benefits of the molasses. The readily available nutrients are actually an excellent food source for fast-growing plants like tomatoes and medicinal plants. Just like a fast-release fertilizer, molasses has nutrients that are immediately available for absorption. So the number one benefit of using molasses in your garden is giving plants bioavailable nutrients super easily. Molasses is an affordable product that can be added to your fertilizer. Now, sugar can acidify the soil, so depending on the starting level of your pH in the garden, too much molasses can significantly lower your soil's pH. Most plants don't like an acidic environment, so always just measure that soil pH occasionally just to make sure you're within check. Now, to apply molasses is super simple. All you gotta do is dilute it first. You can dilute it in water, some people use milk, or liquid fertilizer. The typical dilution is 1 to 3 tablespoons of molasses per gallon of water, or half cup of molasses per 1,000 square feet of garden space if you're doing outdoor. The diluted molasses can be applied to the soil or sprayed over the plants. Spraying diluted fertilizer over the leaves of the plants is called foliar feeding. That's exactly what I mentioned earlier. So while not as effective at directly feeding the roots, the leaves are able to absorb a little bit of nutrients for the plant. So that's the how. Here's the when. You can feed molasses at any time. However, periods of growth and blooming can benefit from the additional nutrients. During these periods, plants require higher amounts of carbohydrates, which the molasses provides. On the other hand, plants need a little to no fertilizer during the slow winter months. But if you're growing indoor, you can apply them through all stages of growth. It's fine. Now, you can apply molasses to your plants at the same interval that you would a fast release fertilizer. This can be as often as once or twice a week during the growing season, especially for plants that grow very quickly. Or you can do it on a less frequent basis if you want. It's really up to you. Now, a lot of people actually dilute molasses with milk. Milk. I haven't done that myself, so if you have, drop a comment down below and let me know if you have and what results you've had. It sounds pretty crazy, but maybe it's an interesting thing. I don't know. What do you think? Molasses and milk. But but most definitely the easiest way to use molasses, dilute it in water and just mix it into your garden at the roots. Now, can too much molasses hurt your plants? Like most things in life, too much of a good thing can end up being harmful. The same goes for molasses in your garden. Molasses becomes toxic in your garden when it's over applied or the wrong type of molasses is used. So you want to apply the blackstrap unsulfured molasses. Applying too much molasses by not diluting it enough or applying it too frequently can cause sugar buildup in the leaves and in the soil, and sugar attracts pests to your garden. Additionally, a layer of sugar on the leaves can inhibit photosynthesis. Using molasses with added sulfur, which is a preservative, can end up also altering the pH of the soil and kill off the beneficial microbes in the soil. So avoid this by only using the unsulfured blackstrap molasses. Now, a lot of growers like to use salts, Epsom salts in particular. Can you mix Epsom salts and molasses? Yes, you can. You can mix that to create a natural fertilizer for your plants. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of Epsom salts and 1 or 2 tablespoons of molasses into 2 gallons of water. All you gotta do, apply it to the soil along the base of each plant. Now, like I said, molasses is a sugar. When incorrectly applied, molasses can attract bugs to your garden. This happens when the molasses is not diluted enough or applied too frequently. The sugar builds up on the leaves and the soil, attracting bugs into the garden. Don't want that to happen. Always try to use it correctly. When used correctly, the benefits of molasses help plants to be healthier and prevent bug infestations. But when used incorrectly, they can actually cause bug infestations. Now, some people may wonder, can I use honey instead of molasses for my plants? Honey actually is a substitute for molasses as a fertilizer for plants. It has a different nutrient profile, but it still contains many vitamins and minerals. Now, the reason molasses is more commonly used in gardening is that it's just more affordable. Now, molasses is also a great ingredient for compost teas. There are several different homemade recipes for molasses tea, but this tea can be used as a fertilizer for your plants. Basic dilution is 1 to 3 tablespoons of molasses per gallon of water. Other ingredients that you can include in your tea are milk, liquid fertilizer, compost, and Epsom salts. What the molasses actually does is bubble up in that compost tea. The microbes feed on that molasses and multiply within that compost tea, and then when you feed it to your plants just love it. It's like awesome sauce. So as you can see, guys, there are numerous benefits of using molasses in your garden, and that makes it like a no-brainer as long as you don't apply too much and get a bug infestation or something. So there's no reason not to include the unsulfured blackstrap molasses as a fertilizer in your garden. You'll definitely enjoy the sweet reward of healthy, bountiful plants, and the microbes will love it. So definitely give it a try. If you use molasses in your garden, drop a comment down below and let me know. Let me know how often you use it, because a lot of people use it at different intervals, and let me know how much you use. Do you use 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons? Do you just pour it in there? Like, what do you do? I'm really interested to find out what you guys do when it comes to the molasses, because everyone does it differently. So drop a comment and let me know. And don't forget to smash the like on your way out. First, check out this video right here and this video right here. Peace.